inside the choral rehearsal. This is hard for me to say. It's almost unbelievable. It's almost 40 years since I've met Ed Gordon. And I went to him because I felt, as he described it, I wanted a degree in choral conducting. I already had a master's degree with Elaine Brown. And I asked him point blankly, I said, why should I come study with you? He said, well, if you believe that conducting is teaching, then you should study with me. If you don't believe conducting is teaching, then I'm probably the wrong person. That was very prophetic because I think the work with him changed my conducting life forever. I think it's manifest in not only the way my choirs sing, or the choirs I work with, not my choirs, but the families of people that we sing together with. So what I've tried to do for over 30 years is, this has been a long time coming. The book is called Inside the Choral Rehearsal. What I have done is, Ed Gordon's learning theory is very complex. You can't do it all, but you must make choices. So what I've done for 30 years in publishing little tidbits of it, like the ear training immersion exercises for choirs, the book called Listen, which is ear training for choirs. What I've tried to do is develop for my own choirs the things out of learning theory that I thought were most applicable and would raise their level of performance to world class. That was the objective. I teach at Westminster Choir College. We have the largest voice faculty in the world. We sing with the best orchestras. I have to try to produce the best choral ensemble that I possibly can. So in those 30 years, I've experimented, and I swore that I would not publish this book until I felt it was complete. So I've been working on the final version for 4 years. There is a CD with the book of Dr. Gordon and my last discussion on space audiation, which is earth-shattering, frankly. And so I've worked very fastidiously to develop an approach to the choral rehearsal that is harmonic. So basically, if I laid this out to you, what is a harmonic approach to rehearsal? So if I sing for you, people would say, what interval is that? You say minor third, it's sol mi, and I'm going to say, no, it's do la. So the question is, why is the same interval more difficult? Do la is harder to sing. A descending minor third is harder to sing because of its harmonic context. So this approach, I do not believe in interval singing, teaching people this is a major sixth, a perfect sixth, this is a perfect fifth. Because in a harmonic structure, the difficulty changes in modes. I mean, a person may be able to find a perfect fifth in major key, but you move it into Phrygian mode in Bruckner Os Justi, or Lydian mode, excuse me, you can't, it's different. The harmonic C is different. So difficulty of interval is directly related to the harmonic structure. Also, what do we do in choirs? I think we have to stop believing that we teach music literacy in a choir to read. We do not teach single line reading in a choir. We teach a harmonic ensemble literacy. And then after that, the reading can take place. So the component I've also added into this is the use of chant to teach the architecture of musical line. So you deal with the architecture so they understand how the line is phrased. That is in Discovering Chant, the book, in big detail. And then you start teaching everything harmonically. You never teach a part alone. How many times have you had a section of rehearsal with sopranos? You go and work your part and you come back in and it kind of is out of tune. Has anybody ever wondered why that happens? Because it was taught out of context. The quote that begins inside the choral rehearsal from Ed Gordon says, you cannot teach anything out of its context. There's no more powerful statement. So this whole book does that in spades. We even explained the harmonic solfege system that I use, which basically, you'll all laugh, but basically I threw in the towel about 15 years ago, choirs only here in major. When choirs miss sight reading, it's always the notes that make that reading not major. So if you're reading in minor, They don't sing the minor third, whatever note that is. So what I do is I change all the parts to major. But because it's in context, everybody's reading together, I just know that everybody can sing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la. You don't have to know theory to do that. I mean, the minute, as Dr. Gordon always said, the minute you go to theory, you're adding another step that gets them away from audiation. The biggest thing about the book, in addition to teaching the harmonic basis of choral singing, the most powerful statement I've ever heard in my teaching life was from Ed. He says, we should teach notation, we should teach audiation. We should teach people how to hear. That is the tool of the great musicians. They have ears, and how do you teach people to listen? The other thing that I'm really on my high horse about, we have to stop doing rehearsals that are musical first aid. All we do is put Band-Aids to get to the next performance. Well, we have to do that. I get that. But can't your Band-Aids have a little kind of long-term antiseptic in them so that there's some long-term growth while you're fixing the problems for the next piece on Sunday or for your next performance? That's what I hope this book does. And I'm very excited.